Hello everyone, I'm NTom64.
And you might remember me from the internet as MBM.
Oh my god, I do remember that guy. God, what's it been like? 3+ years? God, how time flies. Anywho, welcome to a new year of HellfireComms. Mexi and I were, chatting. We figured we'd do something Zelda related for the new year, and wouldn't you know it, they put out a new game. So we're going to kick things off with The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. So I haven't really played much of this. You've completed it, right?
Yes, I played through it. I gave it the usual get all the hearts and do just about everything I could side quest wise without pulling my hair out, and just about everything in the game I got through pretty seamlessly.
Sweet. I've just been craving, a 2D Zelda recently, so God bless them for putting a new one of these out. I believe it has, a new director to go along with it.
Yeah, we actually had our first mainline female director in the Zelda series, so big changes for everything. Aonuma and Miyamoto finally passing those decrepit old dusty torches for once.
I know there was a little bit of a to-do about Aonuma being like, oh, you don't need to go backwards to 2D Zelda, 3D's the future, and that was probably, people taking him out of context as his, the one with a lot of these translated interviews, but I disagree with that sentiment anyway. I think there's room for both 2D and 3D.
Why does that statement ooze with the exact same energy as Miyamoto saying, Ocarina of Time should be first person? It just has the same quality of air of just this artistic genius being so unfathomably wrong.
Aha, I see you. So we can lock on with the L trigger here. We're playing as what seems to be a completely new character here, chat.
I do like how we're now in the trend of 2 Zeldas in a row starting their games off with a little prequel that is just you playing the end of another Zelda game, because they've done little prequel segments, Majora's Mask has one, but this is fully you decked out with a final, end of the game Link like you were at the end of Tears of the Kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a trend there, but it's kind of funny to get the top-down versus 3D difference of how those prologue type sections were basically handled. Because I think this prologue section in this game is amazing. It's fantastic. I love that we're starting in, not just oh, we're starting in media res. No, literally, you push start game and you are entering a dungeon. That's fun. That's good shit.
It is. I really enjoyed the intro to Tears of the Kingdom. The one for Breath of the Wild is obviously iconic, but that one I just like how, for lack of a better word, creepy it is. It's not Majora's Mask level of creepy, but you can sense this foreboding as you're going down and down.
It's literally a downward spiral segment. Physically, thematically, everything about that is just shit hitting the fan and getting way worse than they just were. But versus this is fun. This just feels like, you're at the end of A Link Between Worlds, and you did all of the cutscenes, you played all of the baseball mini games, pieces of hearts are gathered up, and we're decked out to take out he with the big G in his name.
Oh, not God, I didn't realize we were playing a fucking JRPG.
This is some Shin Megami Tensei. Link had to do a lot of introspection, some self-discovery there, and now he is literally ready to take out God.
Oh, Zelda and a crystal. I've been wanting one of those for Christmas.
Sorry, Tom. Let's Players are automatically on the naughty list?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to hell.
It's not that bad.
I don't know, man. I've done some terrible Sonic LPs in my time.
That definitely will get you.
Oh, it was Link, all along. You finally made a monkey out of me.
Just like in the trailer.
Okay, so we've got arrows, we've got sword.
You've also got bombs too, which little things that you can do to cheese them out.
We're gonna do a little bit of Dead Man's Volley, perhaps.
It wouldn't be a Ganon, Phantom Ganon, Ganondorf / Malice fight without it, right?
I'll just throw bombs everywhere.
It's got to be a callback to Link to the Past. Like, there's no other reason to ever make bombs and throwable items be so powerful in your video game besides for the bit, and I'm holding by that.
I mean, he does have the trident.
So that's how you know, like, it's this timeline's Ganon versus other timelines where he has his, you know, sick sword.
Oh, no, not that.
Also, while we're in the middle of this action, some jump action in my top-down Zelda without a feather? Well, I never.
And without a cape as well.
Well, that just means it's not in Oracle games, which, I don't know, makes me a little disappointed.
I want Capcom to give it another whack, you know. We need that third Oracle game that never was.
Make it happen on the wish list of things we need to fucking happen. Come on, like, we have a Final Fantasy remake. We have several of them. Can I please get my third Oracle game?
Oh, Zelda, please. I'm being swallowed by the purple.
The abyss calls for all.
Are we gonna break out of the crystal, or is Zelda just gonna be stuck here now?
No, the credits are rolling. Like, great, thank you for coming to our Let's Play. We hope you enjoyed it. See you next year.
Wow, I think we got a world record pace there.
Donate, subscribe, all the good shit on the internet, fam.
Braille. Regis.
Alright, time for a real protagonist. Let's go.
It's hard to believe that the only other time Zelda was a protagonist, it wasn't even a canon title.
Well, there's been several times, and we could have showcased all of those times here on HFC, but oh, the algorithm, and the audience, and this and that. Man, we could have been having the sickest, like, Wanda Gamelon playthrough around, but, you know.
I was not going to touch those as is. There are some enhanced versions people have, like, modded since then, but, I would have to be a fool to play it as is.
Shoutouts to the community keeping the CDI Zelda games alive, well, and modded. So, you guys are putting in the real goddess's work.
Indeedy so. Funnily enough, Sean Layden, he of ex-PlayStation Studios fame, he was talking about how Nintendo essentially left Sony at the altar and pivoted to Philips for the CDI at, like, the 11th hour recently.
Holy shit, was Sony wearing the dress, or was Sony in a tux?
I want to say that Sony was the one in the dress.
Fabulous. Love that. Sad for her, but, you know, she made a comeback.
I think she traded up, personally.
That's just the way it goes. Then you just release your multi-million-dollar RPG that changes the establishment.
You got a little bit of Crash, you got a little bit of Spyro. It's other game from the PS1 that you might like here.
Dang, Laura and Parappa just standing outside looking in in the rain in the window. Sad violin playing.
Oh, they can freeze out there along with Tails for all I care.
No! Breath of the Wild shot.
Oh, you know it, you love it.
So good. It's so crisp, and especially in this art style, it just it almost looks like the front of like a box set for like an insane Legos kit or something.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh, here's a tree, here's another tree.
Then you put like 5 of those trees together, and why did it turn into a Death Star? I don't remember that part of the Lego set.
It's Triatron. It's my favorite Transformer. Yeah, that guard really doesn't have good peripheral vision, because if he looked slightly to his left, he would have seen the gaping void of Satan.
Jesus. X-Death just going to town everywhere.
He's in there, he's among those trees, you can't tell me he's not.
I trust no trees because of X-Death. Like, in my eyes, they're just all potential X-Deaths waiting to happen.
Now, it has been a while since we last recorded. I do voice acting now, just to kind of fill up empty space.
I feel that. That feels right.
Okie dokie, here we go then. We were sick with worry. A whole week is a long time to be missing. Oh my god, how did you not starve to death, Zelda? I'm so glad you're back, but now one of those icky rifts opened up here too. Oh, I'm sorry, Princess Zelda, I have to speak now. Princess Zelda, now that we've arrived, please allow me to welcome you back as well. May I suggest you promptly speak with the king? I'm sure he'll be deeply relieved to hear that you've returned safe and sound. Alright, voice acting over.
So, while personally I am team top-down Zelda versus open-world Zeldas, one thing I do have to credit the open-world Zeldas is on how much more, like, immersive the world building is, and, like, that even comes down to, like, the fact that they name all the NPCs in those games. Kind of feels very Majora's Mask-y, gives everyone a little schedule and personality, but it's a little sad that going back to this, at least not even in the castle town, none of the NPCs are really named besides the main plot character ones. It's kind of, I don't know, just feels very step backy in terms of the immersive world building that is The Legend of Zelda, you know?
Yes, I, the gaming Brit, personally agree with that sentiment.
Oh shit, like that is a moniker that like multiple people can have. It's very 007, isn't it, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm the gaming Brit, he's the gaming Brit. Are there any other gaming Brits I should know about? Flame comes in, talks about, I don't know, fucking porn or some shit.
They're just all gaming Brits. We're just living in their world. Laughing at them as they eat beans for breakfast.
Oh, this gamer eating beans, chat.
I say eating my frijoles over on this side of the planet.
Yeah, but there's beans and then there's beans, you know?
Beans is beans, bro.
Okay, so we have Minister left, and then we have a dude called Right on the right. Except, from Zelda's perspective, it is the other way around.
So what's your game theory?
Split timeline again.
You can't just do that every time. Nintendo is just over there like scratching a sacred chalkboard. What?
I'm so relieved you are healthy and whole and well. Doesn't even get a fancy name. He is just the King of Hyrule. You're absolutely right. 0 out of 10.
It's like Daphne's the 4th or something, you know.
It's really sad that you said Daphne and I thought it's Scooby-Doo. It's like, what the hell has that got to do with Zelda?
I mean, when you have the same name, I'm gonna mispronounce it every time.
No, I think it's Daphne. I haven't heard it spoken out loud. It's not like the Smash announcer is like, Daphne's knows something Hyrule.
Zelda just whips out a giant boat and just KOs people with it. Why isn't that her Smash?
As you know, rifts have been appearing for a long time, claiming our young ones. Indeed, so many children have been stolen away. We've remained vigilant. But despite our best efforts, we've never been able to prevent the rifts from appearing. Ultimately, those who've experienced losses have been left to contend with their grief. Now, I've been receiving reports from people disappearing from every corner of Hyrule, even that shady one that we don't go to. What could be causing such an uptick? For now, we should also work on finding the swordsman in the green tunic, and with haste. So they don't even know Link in this particular branch.
At least not the king, but, I mean, that Link had 2 rows of hearts, so he has to have gone all over this Hyrule, New Hyrule, Hyrule LA or something, I don't know. But it is kind of cool how there is world building in terms of Link's characterization in this game. It's one of the cool things about this here game.
Oh, just going for a walk with the wifey. Oh my god! Actually, that means I'm single again! Yeah, baby!
Meanwhile, Doomsday is upon all of us. Does single mean anything if it's literally the end of the world?
Yeah, baby! Firstly, we received word from someone that Suthorn Village was swallowed up by a rift. Then we also received news of dark monsters attacking people in Hyrule Field. That was quick. Was that like a flashback or something?
It was like a comic book cutaway. Meanwhile...
Remember the time the rift stole Lois? Ugh, damn you, Ganon.
We cannot keep doing an entire playthrough that is just us doing cutaway jokes.
One day, Maxie, one day. Even if it takes me another 15 years, I will make it happen. You can count on me, sire. Me too, I guess, sire. I leave the monsters to you, General Wright. Prepare your troops and head into battle. On my honor, sire. The crisis must be dealt with. Continue looking into the rifts and locate those who've been lost. Uh-oh.
They all seem so reliable and trustworthy and so able to get results done. I cannot wait to see how good they are at dealing with this crisis. And oh shit, there they go.
Oh, fucking turned into stone, I guess.
When the rift wants you dead, the rift wants you dead dead.
Dark Daddy? Gods, King of Hyrule? Lock her up immediately. Lock up the princess? My daughter created the rift you see behind me. We cannot leave such horrible power unchecked. Disturbing though it may be, General Wright and Predator Left bore witness as well. Ignore the giant, gaping Satan void behind me. Yes, Your Majesty. We'll try not to slay the princess as well. Don't want to get it done in for copyright infringement.
Poor Zelda, even when she's the protagonist, just can't avoid getting thrown in a jail cell.
Really?
There's like a political message to be made here or something, but
What could the king be thinking? You haven't heard? Apparently she's the one who created the rift in the throne room. What? There's no way! So then, she might also be responsible for the other rifts? Dude, I've been trapped in Crystal for a week.
What you're saying is you have no alibi. Right.
I was... Whatever. Hup.
They give you a sick jump just to take it away.
We're not getting out of here through traditional means, so I'm gonna need a helper.
Did someone call for a mascot character?
Not really, but you'll do, I guess.
Well, at least it's a brand new one to add to the pantheon of side critters.
Can you see me? I am the ghost of Christmas past. My name's Try. Can you tell when we're recording this, chat? I followed you here to this castle. Oh yeah, I should ask, what's your name? Zelda. Got him. Yeah, we don't get a chance to write our own name here, like in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
On, they don't even give Zelda like little Banjo-Kazooie voices.
No, you have to go to Mario & Luigi Brothership for that.
Yeah, true.
I finished that. I enjoyed it. It is too long for its own good. It's like 40 hours.
Jeez. That's way too long to be pushing an A button to make Luigi do stuff.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's so accurate, because that's not even Luigi's button.
It's not his button, bro. As somebody who had only played like half of those games. B button Luigi, A button Mario. Right?
We used to live in a society, and now we just live in A-Buttonsville.
It's some Lorax-esque bullshit there, I swear.
I'm Try. I speak for the Zelda. Can't get through these bars? What, you're not a fairy? Girl, you need to drink some smoothies and slim down. Let me help.
Zelda's real problem is that she's made of matter that has mass and can't do that.
Oh. But maybe I can pick the lock with this.
She just starts batting at the door with the wand.
Let me out! Let me out! You borrowed the Tri-Rod. It's not yours, and I expect it back. It's a mysterious rod, the same colour of Tri. It's disturbingly warm to the touch. I can create echoes of things in this world. I'm not sure what will be most useful to you, but I'm sure this will come in handy. I'm just saying, the Ghost of Christmas Past also talked about echoes.
Alright, Charles Dickens, calm it down. I promise not to work on the Sabbath anymore.
He hated that shit. You learned the table echo. Anything you've learned can be echoed with Y.
Alright, now we have our gameplay cycle, y'all.
Too close. Just right. Look at that. Perfect job. What you created is called an echo. Press ZR when you're near an echo to erase it. If you want to erase all of your echoes, hold ZR. Okay. So we have a limited amount of what we can create right now.
Luckily, there's ways throughout the game that we'll be able to increase the amount of echoes we'll be able to unleash on this world.
Now we can escape. Let's go!
But early game, you do need to be mindful, obviously, about how much you spam, how many tables you leave lying around, because there'll be some puzzles where you'll have to manage that really well until you just get too overpowered for it to ever be a concern ever again.
Zelda learned Meteor.
Hell yeah. And it only took a bunch of eco-terrorists to get in her way.
I'm just gonna go over here. I will take that. You learned the one box echo. Oh, all the lumber problems have just been solved.
I didn't know that this Legend of Zelda was just a Home Depot employee simulator. What? Insane, Nintendo. You're just breaking the boundaries left and right. Gaming is fully changed forever.
Kind of have the same menu system as Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom here. Huh? Who left this box?
Luckily, the Hyrule Guards are of the same qualifications as most other Hyrule Guards. These ones are pretty relentless, though. If they do catch you, they will hunt you down. They will make sure that they try and get you, but they're also so very easily distractible.
I'll just mosey on past here. Ooh, a pot for me? Thank you. The Hyrule Castle pot echo.
We're gonna get a lot of these echoes are gonna start to be like duplicates of stuff, where it's just gonna be a pot, but of a different location's pot. It's pretty handy more for just, you can use the sound of it shattering as a distraction, but you can also jump into the pot to dodge certain enemies' attacks. And when you jump out of the pot, the jump height that you have is a little bit more than your normal height. So there are some little sneaky skips you can use using the pot.
Interesting. I'm so glad you're safe. You're not hurt, are you? I can't even imagine what His Majesty is thinking. Claiming that you created that rift, it's preposterous. What, the King, General, and Minister are all imposters? Don't say it, don't think it. And your friend Tri made you a Tri-Rod, was it? That's a little bit egotistical, but whatever. Why did I come in here? Alright, where might Tri be now? You're here all on your own? She can't see us, Zelda, this is hilarious.
Try just puts his fairy ass right in her face. Yeah, no, nothing.
I don't imagine Tri twerking, thank you.
Just straight up twerk.
Interesting. The world is truly a mysterious place. Well, come what may, I will always support you, Princess, no matter what mysteries unfold. We'd better not dally. The phony king is speaking of executing you. We need to leave, and quickly. You'll stand out in your current attire, so I've brought you something for you to change into. Oh, why is this blue fabric sticking out from your pocket there? I see, it's the cloak that the swordsman was wearing. Size seems workable. It will do a fine job of shrouding you. Quickly now, before we're spotted.
get the whole like Impa's a like doting like grandmother figure, but Zelda be talking some crazy shit, and Impa takes it at pure face value. She's like, everyone I know is an imposter, and you have an imaginary guardian friend. Yeah, base, got it. Work, girl.
What do you mean Satan's minions have crawled out from the void? Ah, it must be time for dinner. Spin around quickly by pressing R.
Yeah.
Yes, you should be able to head along now, without worry. The princess is missing. Find her.
Look at her. She's wicked. Get her. Yada 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 yada. You know.
It seems we have company. Leave this to Granny. Out of the way, ghost thing. Yeah. Lady Impa, who is that over there? It isn't the princess, is it? If it is, you must stand aside this instant. Stand aside? No, I don't believe I'll be doing that. Raging demon, die 10,000 deaths.
I love whenever they do Ninja Impa. Works. It's such a good bit.
You received a log. That's not a log, that's a book. The log was given to you by Impa. There is a folded map inside.
Can hardly build a like 15-foot bridge with a bunch of those. Hardly.
I mean, you could, but the second you step on it, it's gonna fall.
Well, so does the one you make out of logs.
I guess so. Ahead, you'll find a shortcut that leads out of the castle. Use it to make your escape. Hurry now, princess. We will see each other later. See ya.
Also, by statue of the goddess Hylia that's holding our entire timeline together and is like a metaphorical pincushion in this whole shabam.
The Skyward Sword shook things up for the entire franchise, regardless of what you might think of it.
I mean, it did good stuff. Like, the fact that it gave some context to, like, the whole villainous motivations of the series was kind of nice. But, like, in all honesty, it did have the whole wins of it. It's the first in the series, in my mind, taken away by the fact that Minish Cap had already done that, like, implicitly. Like, if you're gonna do, like, oh shit, this is the beginning of the whole series, have that be, like, a mid-game or end-game twist. Like, that's why Minish Cap rules that is. You don't realize it until you're like, oh shit, this is how he gets the hat.
Yes, this is how he gets the hat indeed. Also, in Hyrule Historia, there's, like, another kind of, like, I don't think it's canon, but there is a Link there who's actually pretty raw.
There's a lot of, like, other links that are in existence that just, you know... It's always funny that, like, with the games, though, because these are Legend of Zelda games, you tend to be playing the aftermath of stuff, and now that we've got the most broken Echo in this entire game, like, this is going to be an easy-peasy playthrough.
There we go.
Right, Tom? It's going to be easy, because you have the bed.
Yes, yes. Ah, breathe the free air again, my friend. Spin.
I do like how we do a Zelda jailbreak at the beginning of this game, just to really mirror a Link to the Past going in and breaking Zelda out of the dungeon as the first, like, dungeon mission of the game.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, anytime we bring it back to A Link to the Past, it's always a good note in my book. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Oh, I see. You want me to do Shah? Nope, too close. Oh, I can't summon beds here? Interesting. It's because I was pressing ZR. I'm a dummy.
I was wondering what was going on there. It's like, what is happening?
The boulder feels conflicted about being pushed. Ah, fuck.
The boulder really should have invested in swimming lessons.
Aha. And we got a rock.
I find it funny that people were shocked and amazed at the bed was such a broken Echo. It's like, guys, it's The Legend of Zelda. Like, most of this series starts with your main protagonist waking up And half the time, sleep is a basic mechanic. If there's one thing that The Legend of Zelda teaches us, it's that sleep, and by proxy, pooping, are very important and should be things that we do a lot of the time.
Indeed, indeed. Sometimes too much, but you know, such is life.
Everything in moderation.
Except my power alone isn't enough to take care of a large rift like this one. Let's get away from it for now.
I like how Tri-Solution is let's leave it alone. Let's put a blanket over it. Put a little fence around it. We'll come back to this later.
Imagine if it respected the boundaries of a regular wooden fence.
That's like the actual like blooper edit of this game is Zelda just echoing a bunch of fences around the rift, and she's like all done. She thinks it's good, and then the rift just like spreads 1 inch, eats it all, and she's like, "Well, I've done all I can."
Ugh. Cloud shoes. You're awake. Good. Let's go.
Zelda just makes another bed and just goes back to sleep. Like, I'd rather not, actually. Not after what I just saw.
Oh, we learned the rock echo. Soon we will learn the other musical genres.
I was gonna say, soon we will learn scissor and paper, and technically we'll be unstoppable. We'll have an option for every situation.
What do you see, Tri? Where are we? Maybe that map thingy that person gave you can help us figure it out. Okay. Yeah, I still think we're, like, in or around the castle, so...
Not to assume that any of you guys are watching these videos for actual gameplay help, but the rock is a really good weapon for early game, just because that's what's so different about this, is we don't get a sword or your usual ammo, but rock and throwing things at enemies has always been the best solution in top-down Zelda, so keep that always in mind, and throw things. Throw them hard.
Don't respect it too much, though, or it will develop an ego and it will have a clause in its contract where it can never lose.
Oh, no! An entire hierarchy will be changed to nothing. To absolutely nothing.
We are witnessing the birth of a light universe. Did you learn to echo that monster? Dude, that's weird. Defeating new monsters leaves a shiver, which allows you to learn about them just like you did.
Tri's voice just changes depending on what the local location is, so because it's a beach, just Tri's like, I'm trying new things out. Existing's new.
Yes, I can create as many of these as Tri allows me to. Are you all my guys?
Yeah, they're friendly. It's just tricky in the beginning because they got timed hits, so half the time you're having to time your enemy's hits so that they hit before the enemy hits you back. It's all very Pokemon-y, tackle, you tackle, you tackle, I growl, so I lose kind of situation.
Yeah, I got you, mate. Okay, so what do we actually have over here?
Mostly just some money, kind of showing you that you can swim item-free. You don't need flippers, you don't need a scale of any kind. Zelda must... swimming lessons must be part of royal training, I assume.
You learned the sea urchin echo. This will be useful for corralling enemies.
And torturing, and maiming, and traumatizing. Just multi-uses. Lots of things.
Yes. 911, there's a crazy speedrunner in my call.
Bring them out.
You can't keep me from treasure!
Once you've mastered your tables, all things are possible. It's like maths.
Very good, Maxie, very good. Okay, so we have Zol. Not a, what are these things usually called in Zelda?
Gel sometimes. I know a lot of people were thinking that these guys are, like the choo-choos. I guess they're technically different. I know they're called Zols in the Oracle games. A lot of the enemies that didn't get, like, remade or included in anything recent just keeps whatever the most recent Oracle game name was for some of them. Also, fantastic use of the bed's buoyancies. I do like how just about every echo has certain properties like that, and it's not just like buoyancy. There's things like flammability that you'll want to like take into account later on. It's really cool. I love how when they say open-ended gameplay and open-ended combat, it feels very Zelda-y in the way that you are able to use the properties of the echoes. The only downside I see is that eventually we are going to get to a point where we're just going to have like 10 echoes at most that we're just going to be using out of the like hundreds that they programmed. And it is unfortunate. I wish it was very much a game where like every echo had like this like unique like shining moment for it. But a lot of the times, you know, you have a shiny pot, and oh look, this pot has some sparkle to it. And it's like, thanks game, I guess.
Well, you know, I like collecting accessories and whatnot, so if you don't like your pot, don't worry. Another one will be coming along pretty soon.
For sure. I mean, if you have to scratch that completionist tendency in your brain, I mean, seek therapy. But you could also play a Zelda game.
You could. I wonder, chat.
Alright. Thinking with portals.
Keep dropping it, perhaps?
Something that can unleash a little more damage on everything.
I have just the thing. And we have 2 pieces of heart already. Haven't even been playing 40 minutes.
You happy that it's back to pieces of hearts and not just trading in your shrine souls or whatever for a whole heart?
I'm conflicted, honestly.
I know it's a point of contention. I've even seen it. I saw it like mentioned a few times in like reviews and stuff, but I'm a big fan of it. Just because I'm a Zelda boomer, y'all. I like when things are the way they used to be in the good old days, and I like when my big map is full of an insane amount of mini games that give me more health. I mean, when there's other things to collect, I guess it's fine, but this game very much concises a lot of the collectibles, so having a piece of hearts just be the reward all over the place tickles my brain in that fancy way.
I get you, mate, I get you. Yeah, I agree. It's nice to be outfitted with a bunch of different things you can do in the overworld besides just the main quest, and getting rewarded for that with something substantial, you know, a goal to work towards, is great, but at the same time, I do like doing all those like shrines and whatnot and building up to just a big, proper incremental upgrade.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like Piece of Hearts are perfect either. I mean, it can go the complete opposite direction. You get Twilight Princess, where you have to get 5 for no good reason per heart, and the remedy for that was that, well, Twilight Princess has 1 million mini-games. I'm like, yeah, and a lot of them are tedious and make me want to, like, not play the game, so figure it out.
Yeah, their solution to the world being so much bigger was just to make it take longer to get a heart container there. Ah, Link, I hope you're alright. If only Link were here. What happened? A rift appeared north of here, and it grew so fast that one of us got caught inside. What's worse, we can't even run to Hyrule Castle for help. The rift is blocking the way there. If only Link were here. Talk to you later.
Sounds like the only solution is for everyone to get in the car, make a decision, but make a very bad decision right before all the help shows up.
Meat!
And it's cooked.
It was just called meat. I thought it was going to be like, you found the cooked ham. No, it's just meat. See what we can steal from here before we move on.
I do like how, you know, keeping in line with Grizzo making the remake of Link's Awakening, that we do start this game with that nice little beach segment into the nice little cozy village setting.
Ah.
It's not quite one-to-one, but it gives me the vibes, and I do like that this is Link's hometown, so everyone here knows Link, but, you know, this is the game where we're not playing as him, so we're getting all of this, like, third-party characterization that normally, you know, because Link has to be that blank slate. No, sir. He has friends. He has family. He's got a hometown that misses him, and we're gonna find other things throughout the game, but this kind of, for me, is where the hooks were really getting in on this game, where it's like, oh no, this is not just, like, another Zelda. Like, there's cute things that are unique and fresh that are happening in this game.
Indeedy so.
Kind of feels like the same that everyone was really gushing about how Zelda got a lot of characterization in Breath of the Wild. Like, you got to see her whole conflict with her duty, but also her dad, and then how that led to her having, like, rocky relationship with Link. So, to me, it's like, it's not quite that depth, that level, but it is just always fun that, you know, the quiet kid in the green tunic is the one that everyone is talking about, not the, oh, the Princess of Legend is to the North Mountain. Oh boy.
Oh, this is Link's place.
Yerp. He's got his little cap there.
I miss that funny talking hat.
I'm surprisingly shocked that we don't get more, like, not even, like, specifically, like, Ezio, but, like, hats that talk. And then people be like, oh, is that a reference? Be like, no, it's just a hat that talks. But it's just kind of weird that that's... I mean, we get lots of things with, like, tiny people and, like, miniature, like, societies in Zelda outside of the Minish, but it's kind of weird that we don't get too much of our little sage bird boy.
You ain't going nowhere.
Is it a trap-aline? Tramp-lapaline?
Trombopoline! He said what now?
That is one of my favorite Simpsons joke when he's driving to in the car that's pulling out of the driveway and Homer's like, oh no you don't, I'm getting that trampoline.
That trampoline is mine!
Guy's not even involved in this situation.
Alright, how much is this exactly, my good sir? 80, I'll buy it.
Hell yeah. And you're just selling this shit?
You're selling the key to further life? How is this not 80,000 rupees?
Bad businessmen. Small town ignorance. Human kindness.
Maybe a mix of all of them.
Oh boy, an informative sign. If you wanted to read more stuff that could have been put in a book manual, but games don't have those anymore.
Alas. Who are you? No, it doesn't matter. Can you please help us? That cloak looks a lot like Link's. Are those cloaks trendy right now or something? What am I doing? This is no time for idle banter. My wife got swallowed up by the rift. I was enjoying being single for the first couple minutes, then I got lonely and hungry.
It's not Old Navy, it's Old Navy.
Got him. Hey Zelda. Have a look at this. Wow, you're very chipper right now, Try. The waypoint has been recorded.
Be sure to use these. I use these all the fucking time. Not only because they look like little cactuar guys, but they're really good for finding all the side quests.
Yeah, just warping about hither and thither. After activating a waypoint, you can jump to that location using the map.
A little sad, though, that we don't get songs anymore in these here Zelda games. Miss those guys.
I wanted Link to have an instrument in Tears of the Kingdom so badly.
It's literally something. Like, give him an instrument as a hobby. Like, freaking Xenoblade Chronicles 3 did it. It does also a million other things amazingly well, but if they did it, what's happening? What's going on there, Big N?
Yes. Oh my god, not my Battratron. Good.
I love this whole little segment of the gameplay loop where we're basically just playing a miniature Pokemon Rumble-esque game. This is what y'all wanted. You just wanted to be able to spawn your Pidgeys and just have them murder everything on the route. Well, here you go.
You're not wrong, actually. Although, to put it another way, all these guys are my stands.
Oh, I see. I see. And then once you do the one where it's a whole bunch of them, yeah, it's like one of those multi-stands.
Oh, he's on fire!
Also like stands, they are also flammable.
You learned the Ignazol Echo.
This one's really important for early game. It's if there's basically a cave on the side of the road, you should enter them because you get really good utility echoes that way. We'll be able to get a fire one later on just because the game is kind and make sure that you have it for solving the puzzles in the game. But getting it early on, being able to just burn stuff early on, so handy, so helpful.
I'm done with you.
Be careful because once it's
burning!
not your echo, the fire does hurt you because it's just regular fire, y'all.
I love how you couldn't get the words out of your mouth before I had burned myself.
Before you fucked it up.
I will live with those sins on my back. Man, we have 3 pieces of heart and a bottle, and we're not even 50 minutes in yet.
Look at that! The game knows exactly what to throw my way to make me feel happy, to make me want to play this game to the bitter end. Like, I was so hyped when I got an early bottle.
And grapes? Oh man, Knuckles is gonna love these.
Hell yeah. But we'll be using those later to make smoothies, which are it's the cooking of this game. It's beverages that give you some beef ups or just basic heal ups, and just like the open world games, you can just eat the raw material for quick health, but it's usually best to save it for mixing.
He doesn't know what's coming, the fool. Tee-hee. Oh, but now I have to wait to get my prize. You learned the rope echo. See, this one's got its classic name.
I don't know, I feel like it should be a burnt rope.
Yeah, not very useful, honestly. Ah, snake! Wow.
They just knocked each other out, just two equal and opposite forces.
Snake. Another snake.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 5 of Snake Fights. In this episode, we're watching snakes.
The Viper versus the Python.
Like, the Viper is just a Macho Man Randy Savage, just knockoff guy.
Ooh, yeah!
Or it's one of those wrestling video games where people just make all the custom fighters, so they're like, well, here's Vegeta versus All Might in the wrestling ring.
I can make these as quickly as you can destroy them, my dude.
Is this even doing anything?
It's slowly taking damage. I should just wait for it to stop rolling.
I usually make it rain the pokey guys on enemies. That's always super fun. At least for early game cheesing, just getting an enemy trapped and just spikes. A rain of spikes.
Yeah, you're right. I should have done that to begin with.
Hey, it's all good. Because honestly, we got the upgrade right here anyway, so it's irrelevant.
Go, my spinny boy.
This guy gives me hella Kirby Superstar vibes, getting the wheel partner. Just having him go ham.
I can see it.
Actually, like, quite a bit of the echoes give me sort of Kirby Superstar partner vibes as well. I don't know if that's intentional or that's just, you know, Kirby on the brain, but it's not there's no real like actual relation between any people between the two games, just because this is that whole Grizzo team who basically took over the whole Capcom as the well, we're not Nintendo, but we make Zelda game teams, and in my opinion, I think they're probably the best ones to be that team out of, because Capcom for the longest time held that title like securely. Like it was the Capcom Zeldas were up there with the Nintendo Zeldas, but I don't know, I feel like Grizzo at this point, with all of the practice they've had with like the 3D and then the remakes, I feel at this point they are the solid like B team for Zelda.
Absolutely. They just need a little bit more help fine-tuning the more technical aspects of their games.
I feel it, because yeah, even now, even with this game, it's not perfect, and there are like glaring, especially like you said, technical issues. Things like how the Echo menu doesn't have a favorites option, or certain. Because it feels like there are things that could have been tested out, but I also don't want to talk about like, you should have made the video game this way when I have yet to make a video game myself. All right, I know not to cast rocks in that sense, but it's in terms of like of aesthetic and style and presentation for Zeldas, they have it. They have it so locked.
Ooh, meat. Come to me.
We brought back the little fire pits from the open world games. I do like this. I love how we are seeing the blending of the ideas from the open world games into the top-down formula. Because I feel like for me, this has a lot of like nice blending, but I would love to see another top-down Zelda like fully go experimental with a lot of the stuff. I don't have any specifics, but I just feel like anything that was brought from Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, it was like a safe and obvious, like, well, duh, like, was probably what they wanted to do anyways type of choice.
Yeah, like that, for example, beating a bunch of enemies, and then a thing atop, like a plinth, that you have to climb to gets unlocked.
Now comes the hard part. Now you gotta solve a climbing puzzle.
Oh god, you know I'm bad at these.
He's gonna get it, y'all. I believe in him. And it works off. It pays off.
10 bunches? Oh my god, we have hit the jackpot.
Zelda is quickly on her way to becoming a wine queen, and we support her in this.
Another one down. You can now warp here.
Which is going to be handy. All of these points are pretty handy along the map, which if you haven't noticed by now is just it's just a link to the past, but extended out. We took what was there and made it more.
Spin. Oh gosh, that must be a really awkward situation inside that house.
They had no idea what was coming for them. They were just watching reruns of Bones, and all of a sudden, eternity and death.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize Hyrule had access to televisions, let alone the, what was that, a cop show? Bones with David Boreanaz?
The acclaimed syndicate crime drama Bones. David Boreanaz. But dude, who doesn't have Bones? Who isn't watching Bones? Come on, it's Bones.
It's just a cut to a dude looking at a skeleton like, yeah, this is entertainment.
It's just take the joke where it needs to go.
Okay, so I guess we had to go there to proc the next story beat, so it's all good.
Boo, corralling me to story beats. Oh jeez.
No, daddy, me no like. Here we go. Now there's like a ripple. I knew it. I can sense my friends in there. But they can't move. It seems like they're trapped. If that's the case, they won't be able to mend the rift at all. I think we'll have to go in there and help them. Then we can deal with this rift properly. We can save them if we work together, Zelda. So, what do you say? Not even going to give me an option? I mean, I automatically default to yes, Paragon for life, but still.
Zelda's like, I don't know. From what you're telling me, the situation seems to be shit's fucked, so I don't know what you want from me here. And you know, I'm just a girl. Like, what's up?
I'm just a girl. Teehee. I'm just a girl entering a void. Teehee.